Hey guys, I'm the Lockpicking Patrolman, and before we get started with the next series in Extreme LockSport, I want to take a minute to address a couple concerns and I guess give a disclaimer about this new format and new series of videos that I'm doing. First off, the intent of the entire series is to compare lockpicking on a bench, in your comfy chair, inside your home, on the bus, on the train, wherever you practice picking locks, and compare that with real world scenarios. Now, I'm not a locksmith. I am working to become a locksmith. However, I am a sworn police officer, and as such, there have been several occasions where I've needed to open locks. Nothing so dramatic as to dash in after the bad guy, etc. More like fellow officers have locked themselves out, or somebody has misplaced a key to a lockbox, etc., etc. In every single occasion, I've had the authority, legally and procedurally, to gain access to whatever is behind those locks. So I am not picking locks to break and enter. Also on that point, I have enough knowledge to repair those locks if something were to go wrong during my picking. Therefore, since the lock was in use, I can replace it. I carry spare parts with me at all times. I'm not going to attempt any picking or manipulation of any lock that I cannot afford to have replaced or that I cannot fix myself should something go wrong. That being said, I would like to go over a few of the golden rules of LockSport. First real golden rule of LockSport is never do anything illegal. Period, zip, ever, never do it. It's wrong, it's against the law, and I might have to show up to arrest you for it. Don't do it. The next rule of LockSport that I want to cover is don't pick any locks that are in use. Now, didn't I just admit to doing that? The reason why we say never pick any locks that are in use is because you may damage them. Inexperienced pickers can damage locks by picking them. I've seen countless numbers of Reddit posts, Twitter posts, etc. that say, it's a new picker and they were practicing on their front door and now their key won't work. Well, guess what? You need to call a locksmith. Nextly, don't pick any lock that you don't own. This sort of goes back to the whole don't do anything illegal. Don't do it unless if the owner gives you explicit permission to pick the lock for the purposes of LockSport. Then don't pick it. You might mess it up. So, by no means with these videos am I encouraging or condoning picking in the wild at all. Never. What I am trying to do is build a comparison between the LockSport picking, where we have a lock mounted in a vise or we're holding it in our hand, and real world pickability, if you will, of that lock. So that's the purpose of this new series. I wanted to clear that up for everybody and leave this as a disclaimer. As always, have fun picking the locks that you should be picking, and don't ever pick the locks that you shouldn't be. Alright, now let's get back to the fun stuff.